Hello everybody, today is Tuesday, April 10. It is 3:28 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's about 30 minutes before the regular session closed. You can see my computer clock here on my right. This video is recorded in real time. On my left is the time in sales. You can see the Emini S&P currently trading at 26.59 and a quarter. It's a pretty good day for the Autotrader. First up is the Emini S&P on a Super Renko 4 tick, and this is using a Super Renko 6 tick as a higher time frame. This is the template here, and then our daily goal was indeed hit 1750, and we had quite a bit of positive slippage. If I scroll to the right here, the chart was pretty active today, almost getting stopped out at its loss limit. So quite active today, but then at the very end of trading we had this kind of spurt to the downside on this trade, and this pushed down in a hurry right here, and that's how we ended up with over $100 of positive slippage. Okay, next is the DAX on the NASDAQ on a 5 Renko chart, and this did 1420 for the day. This is actually using an odd template here that I just put here for settings, so I haven't really even saved the template for this yet, but anyway, it has a goal of 1500, so it probably hit its goal and had some slippage here. Okay, the Emini S&P was quite active today on the 987 tick line break chart, and that's because early going the action was kind of trading in a range, I guess. On the market profile chart it was a balanced kind of day, meaning not really a trending day, and then we began to get some movement towards the noon hour, and that's kind of what's reflected here. Is this chart was pretty active and drew down about $700 or so, and then began to come back around the noon hour with a number of winners in a row and brought us up to 1287.50 for the day, our goal being 1300, so we definitely hit our goal and had a tick of slippage. Okay, next up is the NASDAQ on the 2584 Heikin-Ashi chart. I've only been plotting this a few days, so this was kind of up and down, and is currently short 2 contracts with an open P&L of about 300 and fluctuating quite a bit. If it sells off here, we'll do good. If I close the position right now, it would be almost $1,000 in profit, but this is what it looks like right now, and it is short 2 contracts, so we'll see how this turns out. Okay, the DAX on a regular 8 Renko chart had 2 trades, a small loser to start with and then a really solid winner inside its higher time frame, and the higher time frame here is a Super Renko 10 tick, and actually there was 3 trades. There was a short here, and so this probably hit its goal of 1500 with 1 tick of slippage. Okay, next up is the NASDAQ on a 1597 Heikin-Ashi chart, and this did 1605 for the day. It was almost at 2000, and it got stopped out on this trade. I have a 40 tick stop, and that was ticked off right here, so I'm going to actually increase the stop on this by about 10 ticks. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been stopped out, and we would have remained short, and the goal on this one is 2250, so we might have come down and hit our goal at this point here, perhaps. In any case, 1605 is not too shabby on 2 contracts in the NASDAQ. Okay, next up is the mid cap on the Super Renko 10 tick. This had positive slippage of $120, and here is the template here, and then our goal is only 1,000, so probably on this run this ran down sharply. We ended up with really good positive slippage. Again, some of the auto traders had trouble in the early going due to the pattern of the market for whatever reason, but had a strong finish. Okay, next up is the Emini S&P on a Super Renko 4 tick. This is our template here, and our daily goal is 1,000, so we probably hit our goal and had a tick of slippage. Now this one appeared to do pretty good in the early going, and that just goes to show that depending on your time frame, has a lot to do with how things work out. So anyway, the Emini S&P doing well on the Super Renko 4 tick that's not using a higher time frame filter. Okay, next up is the Dow E-mini contract on a regular 5 Renko chart, and this is using a higher time frame filter. Here's the template here, and I'm using a Super Renko 6 as the higher time frame filter, not much bigger. But in any case, this worked out pretty good. This is, I think, the first time I've ever plotted this, so just by looking at this, I think a little work needs to be done in the settings, but still it had a pretty decent gain. This is only trading 2 contracts, so 755 on the Dow, pretty good. Okay, a modest gain on the gold contract. Both split trades here, 2 contracts, winning and a losing contract on each trade. So ending up with 320. We have the crude oil and the Super Renko 7 tick, and that also had a start up to about 700 and then gave it all back, drew down about $200 or so, and then came back to finish plus 670 on this trade into the close of the session. Okay, next up is the E-mini S&P on a Super Renko 2 tick with a 4 tick higher time frame, I believe. Here is our template, and our higher time frame filter is a Super Renko 4 tick, and our goal on this is 750. So this obviously hit our goal, and we had a market order at the end, and then so 1 tick of slippage. Okay, moderately active on the bonds on the Super Renko 2 tick, and this looks like it made an equity high of about almost $1,400 here, and so this was pretty active. Equity high here of about 1,400, and then we kind of got whipsawed at the very end of the session here, which is really a shame, and then gave back about half. So still respectable return, but that's trading. Okay, the E-mini S&P on a Super Renko 5 tick, on a regular Renko, 5 Renko, had 2 trades, a modest winner here and same here, ending up with 437.50 for the day. That's all for today's video. Thanks for watching.